So what can you give a brief about your current project? Like what are the technologies used there and its architecture and all? Not in a business way. I want to understand the architecture of the current project.
Yeah, sure, Kushbul.
Yeah.
So currently we are basically build the microservices from scratch, and since it's a domain-driven services, so we wanted to enforce more security since these microservices being used by the UI component as well as the backend component, which uses the domain services. So our services basically have a different microservices with different domain, like user domain has a different microservices, entitlement domain has a different microservices, account domain has a different microservices, and the business domain has a different microservices. So what we essentially do is we created a API gateway, and now this works as a front-end controller for all the requests coming from the UI component or from the backend component, and all the microservices is domain-driven microservices being tagged to this particular API controller. Now this API controller is being implemented on top of Spring Cloud Gateway. So it uses itself as a load balancing and a throttling manager. Now we
Mm-hmm.
implemented certain security feature in the API controller. We introduce a token called nonce token, which has a validity of 10 seconds. Now this nonce token is basically used to identify what the consumer, whether it a legit consumer or not a legit consumer. So what we did is to achieve that is basically we ask them to create pair of keys. So private key keep it with themselves. And the public key you share it with the API controller. We call it as the NG router. So then what we essentially did is like they created a JWT token, and then they will fire it to us. Now this JWT token they will create it with the help of private key. Now, once they wanted to use any of the domain-driven services, they basically fire it to the API controller. Now, we how we understand that it is a legit consumer, that we basically validated the JW token with their public key. Once validated, we will let go through the process. Now, coming to there's another microservices which we created just for the authentication purpose. So what we did is
Mm-hmm.
like whenever the request comes in, so every time for to access every domain service application, they need to have two things. First is nonce token and the second is auth token. And a nonce token is being consumed at the API level, API gateway level. Now the second token is
Mm-hmm.
basically auth token. Now this has a validity of 10 minutes. This is also a JWT token. Now the difference between the two tokens is like with API gateway we are using JWS. Now this is basically is a signed token. Now with
Mm-hmm.
auth token we are using JWE. Now this is an encrypted token. So the payload is encrypted. You cannot see the payload in the
Mm-hmm.
JWT.io. So we uses these two token for the interaction purpose with any of the domain driven services.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you are using domain-driven design for microservices, right?
yeah.
Can you tell me why we use this one? What are the advantages of using this domain-driven design?
So the advantage is like it segregated out the functionality wise. It uses a
Mm-hmm.
decomposition pattern. So basically, let's say if the UI consumer wants to use the user specific understanding, like the APIs wanted to consume user specific, then they can simply call the user specific. They don't have to call the other microservice, and then internally it is calling the other microservices. So it basically segregated the concern and the functionality across the request. So which will enable the UI in the backend component to basically to boundary land the service what they wanted to consume.
Okay. So how can you monitor the health of microservices?
So we are using Grafana, and also we are using actually these are for tracing purposes, but generally we use a Spring actuator, and as well as we are using ECB health check also. Now this health check is being
Mm-hmm.
configured by inserting. So basically, we have created one endpoint, and that basically have been given to the infra team. So basically, what they have a dashboard. They created. So what we did is like we give them the actuator endpoints like info and health to them. So basically, they will configure every. So they had a dashboard which basically hit hit the API at a regular interval. So basically, we can call
Okay.
it a heartbeat. They have
Okay.
integrated a heartbeat at their dashboard.
You heard about the CQRS pattern?
Yeah.
Can
So
you tell me what it is?
yeah, so it generally segregated the concern of QZ and update. So generally,
Mhm.
whenever there's a fallback happens, so what happens is like uh, we don't want it to update the unnecessary information when there's basically it helps us to segregate out the concern of queuing and updating, so both these two entities cannot be interrelated and interlinked between them. So whenever there is a need for the for the microservices to interact with the get, or the, let's say, to queue the some entity from the database, so they can use this
Mhm.
concern, and then if they wanted to update this particular thing, then the update entities into the database, they can use this part.
Okay. And you heard about this zero downtime deployment of microservices, right? You want to deploy something.
Mhm.
Do you deploy? How you deploy these things?
So
Your
generally,
micro
yeah, sure. So we are using like
current
say.
application I am asking. In your current application, how you make sure this zero downtime deployments are happening? Like, what are the strategies you are following there?
Yeah, so currently, Kushbu, we are using sorry. Generally, we are using this enterprise Kubernetes. We are using
Mm-hmm.
which has an ability to roll out if the deployment fails to the previous deployment. So basically we are using the rollout strategy for
Okay, rolling out strategy you are using. Okay. So in your current project, are you using any agile methodologies for development?
yeah, currently. So
What is
we
the methodology? Scrum or Kanban?
no, it's we are using Scrum.
You are using Scrum. What are the various Scrum ceremonies you follow?
Yeah, so starting from we have a sprint review, and then
Mm-hmm.
sprint planning, and then basically
Mm-hmm.
we there's one stand up. This every day there is a stand up call, and then after that there's a
Mm-hmm.
sprint review, and then after
Mm-hmm.
the deployment has been complete, there's a sprint retrospect.
Okay, retrospection. Okay.
And
You are using Git, the
yeah,
version control system. Git,
yeah,
right?
correct. We are using
What is the
Bitbucket.
branching strategy? Okay. What is the branching strategy you follow in Git?
Yeah,
Or
so
what is the workflow?
yeah, sure. Sorry, Kushbu, for the interruption. So whenever there's an let's say if there's a feature to be implemented, so what we did is like we created the feature branch. Now there's an instruction as to how to create the branches. So so generally the in our current organization, what we did is like whenever there's a Jira board, and under the Jira board, they have integrated Bitbucket. So you need to create branch from there itself, and it will take you to the Bitbucket dashboard. So you can create the
Mm-hmm.
feature branch. If there's any production issue, you can create hotfix. If there's a UAT issue, you can create bug fix. And there's something called custom and release branches. Now, whenever we create feature branch, we basically we don't have to give the feature branch name. It is automatically picked by the Jira description, Jira
Okay.
title, and it will automatically pick up, and then we will use this
Okay.
particular
Okay.
thing in our project for feature branch.
Okay. So you do unit testing
Yeah,
for your APIs?
yeah.
Which version of unit JUnit you are using?
Currently 4 we are using. So since we have
JUnit
migrated
4.
to Spring 3, so we have to use.
Okay. You, I mean, you do your hands-on JUnit, right? You do every. API, whichever you are developing, you write JUnit as well, right? By yourself.
Correct, correct, correct. So, Kushbu, what we did is like, this also implemented like, have you heard like GitHub Copilot?
Yeah, you are using GitHub Copilot then.
Yeah, yeah. Also for that, but yeah, I think from the last 2 or 3 weeks we started using, but before that, yeah, we have used.
You are writing. Now you are not writing, you are using Copilot only.
No, no, no. We have to write some part, but it will give out the suggestions based on what object we have to
Copilot
develop. And
only.
yeah. So yeah, before that
Okay,
we
okay.
are definitely will be
You
writing.
are writing. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how can you test an exception blocker? So we
Uh,
have this service, we have a method, it has a try block and catch blocker.
okay.
So how to test the catch block?
So if you wanted to test, you can try like do exception or the throw exception you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So it will implicitly throw the exception. But if you basically if you wanted to throw the exception based on the real time scenario, let's say if I have like no such method of exception, so I can use a method which is not there in the list, and then basically I will assert and then not null. So basically, what I will do, I will capture that particular exception and print out that string, and there's I can say assert dot equals to. So if that particular exception happens, then this is the message we should be getting. So that's how we are using.
Okay. So you are using REST APIs, right?
Yeah.
REST API. What is this idempotency concept in REST?
So idempotency state that generally we are using HTTP verbs to achieve the restfulness. So if you consider post, it's an idempotent. So basically, what it is like, whenever there's a request goes into it, so it will create every time a resource into the database. So every time you request with the same resource, it will create a new resource in that request. But that is not the case with other verbs like get, patch, put. So basically, it this property will which this property will basically let us know that whether the HTTP verb is resource basically resource utilized or not resource utilized.
Okay. So which version of Java you are currently using, August?
17.
Java 17. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are comfortable with functional programming, right? Way of
Yeah, yeah,
writing Java.
yeah, yeah.
So you have your IDE available with you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, okay. Can you open it and share screen? Let's go with the problem.
Yeah, sure. Could you just give me 2 minutes? Actually, IntelliJ will take some time to open. So once it is open, I will.
Okay, okay. Just open. So meanwhile, IntelliJ opens. Can you tell? You heard about composite primary keys, right?
Yeah, yeah, correct.
What is composite primary key?
So when a particular column is basically a particular column is not sufficient to identify a particular row, then we can go with a composite key. We can use more than uh, more than one columns to
Columns.
identify a particular unique row.
Row. Okay. So in Spring Boot, you are using JPA or Hibernate?
We are using JPA.
Okay. So in JPA, how can we implement this composite primary key?
We can use embeddable ID for that particular
Mm-hmm.
ID, and then we will create another class for that particular ID called embeddable, so that we can and it should be implemented as CQRS, and then we can use that.
Okay. How can we do this multiple database connection to a Spring Boot application? We want to say one from one table and another one table from one database, another from another table, another database. How can we
Uh,
do that?
so we need to create two different data source beans for that, and
Mm-hmm.
there's certain steps which to follow. So we need to configure from the property side, like a string dot. You need to define the custom properties if you're using two different databases, so like Spring databases, and you can define your custom. Then to pick up this property, you need configuration for data source, and then once the configuration is up and you are able to load up the properties, you will create a bean with the different data source. Let's say if you wanted to use a different data source, let's say Oracle, if I wanted to, and if I wanted to use DB2, so you can create two different beans, and based on the condition you can pick up that beans. Like so let's say if I wanted to use like Oracle bean, you can create at the rate condition on bean, and you can pick up those particular beans. If you wanted all the beans to be picked up, you need to define any of the beans to be at primary, or any of these to be primary, so that it will pick up first and then the second will pick up. After that,
Okay.
then you can create your own repository catering to use databases along with
Okay.
your
I
custom.
shared a link in the code editor. Can you please open it in your browser and share your screen?
Yeah, yeah. And let me just
I
open.
think I'll put it in the chat. Then you can copy it. Okay. Chat I pasted. Code
Okay.
editor you won't be able to copy. From chat you copy.
Send chat. Just a minute. Code. Uh, so you have put in the code editor, right?
Chat only you
Chat.
can copy paste. Okay.
Okay. Send chat. Okay.
Mhm.
So you want me to open this?
You, yeah, you open that in the browser and share your ID. IntelliJ is open.
Yeah, intelligence open. Yeah.
Okay, first let's do this and then do the IntelliJ thing. Can
Okay.
you share your screen, please?
Yeah, just a minute. Wait to share. Okay, I'm sharing the whole screen. Uh, Let me know once you are able to see.
Okay, I can see your screen. You open that link.
Okay. Yeah.
It's loading only. Wait. So here you can see you have a customer table, orders table, and shipping table. So
Okay.
what we need to get as an output is you need to write an SQL query to find the customers who have placed orders for multiple different items. Multiple different items in the sense in the first second table you can see customer 4 placed orders for keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
Different items, right? So the output should be like customer ID 4, first name, last name. You can print. Who are the customers who placed multiple different orders? In this case, only one. Customer ID 4, John Reinhardt.
Okay. So, so customer who bought an idol of monitor, right?
No, no. My question was
Okay.
write an SQL query to find the customers who have placed orders for multiple different items.
Multiple different items. Okay, more than once.
That's what I am telling. In this case, there is only one customer who placed multiple different items. That is customer ID 4.
Got it.
He placed a mouse and keyboard.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah. So we need to print the details of that customer ID, first name and last name as the output.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Can I take 5 minutes to understand, and then we'll like.
Yeah, you can start writing the join right there. Anyway, you need to join two tables.
Okay.
You are typing, Akash?
Oh, sorry, sorry. Not sure. Just a minute. Okay. Join. I think okay, let me I think yeah.
Execute and see. Run the execute.
Okay. I think this is one.
Okay. Now we can move to our IDE.
Okay. Yeah.
Give me a moment. Let me see the code. Okay. So I am pasting a string in the code editor. What we want is like say here the pattern XSX appears only once, VC appears two, FF appears one, YY only once, CT appears
Where
one.
you have pasted
I have pasted in the code editor.
in the code editor.
You can see, right, interview code editor. Not this one. Go to our interview
Okay.
browser.
Okay,
So
this
you
one.
can see in the code editor. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And
Can, Khushbu, can you repeat again the problem
okay.
statement?
So in the string, you can see this is the input. Output I am expecting is triple X appeared only once in the entire string. So I have given the count as 1. DC appears 2 times in that string, right?
Uh-huh.
So the count is given as 2. FF appeared only once. YY once. TT one is XX again appears twice. So this is how we need to print the output. Did you get the question?
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
If a pattern coming, we want
Hmm.
to know that thing repeating and then how many times. If it is not repeating, print the count as 1.
Um, okay. So if it is XXX, it is repeating one time. So it's just one set set repeating two times. Okay. Set repeating two times. Uh, okay. Okay, sure. Uh, okay. Let me just copy this one.
You can't copy from here. You
Okay.
can add a custom string.
Okay.
You know
So
what we have to do, right?
are
You
you able to
declare
see
a
my
string.
editor?
Yes, yes, I can see.
Okay. Let me just write it. Um,
The thing is, the pattern should repeat. That's it.
mhm. So the input is so we should say XXX single and they should this case is so mm, just define just define um, test state. Oh, sorry. this. So four these things matches them. So, so then we'll keep it. And we can use it. So first iteration was here. After that is the system. The last two, the last two. And this is just because of last input. So once I did it, just oh, well, input is Kushbu, Vidya. Hello, Kushbu. Kushbu, you there?
I think in between your network gone. I couldn't see you, or I couldn't hear your voice.
Oh, sorry, so sorry. Not
Can
sure
you
what
share
happened.
your screen as well? Screen sharing also gone.
I'm not sure. I got like a socket connection issue. I'm not sure why. I thought you were in the cloud. Okay. Okay. Mm, no, but this is. Just
Akash, we lost you again. Your screen sharing, everything gone again.
not sure. Not able to see you with surface. There's a screen. Uh,
Screen sharing, everything again gone.
uh,
Can you share your screen again?
no, actually, Khushbu, the point is like I'm not able to see the icons as well. I just see a code editor and the blank screen. Can I reconnect?
Yeah, yeah, reconnect.
Let me know once I'm visible. Am I visible? Or the screen is visible?
Yes, yes. Screen is visible now.
Okay. Uh,
Can you tell me what are you trying to do here?
no, actually, I thought like it is. I think I forgot the problem statement. So I printed like the how many times this particular thing happened. I printed like that. Just give me a moment. I think I should be using hash map instead of that. Hmm. Whenever they are the same character keeps. So I'm just going to keep the same bucket. Let it also be let it run like this. This things are this things is let's say content. I need times to times to what I contact is so this other things would then I'm just going to keep and key has to be I think I cannot do okay. Kushbul, I think I'm not getting the solution.
Sorry,
Hello?
sorry, Akash, I didn't get you.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, I can hear you. Tell me.
Yeah, I think it will take some time for me to get to the solution.
Okay, I think you have a network problem. Your camera is stuck. Okay. You are telling you need more time for this one.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, then we go with another problem. Leave
yeah,
this
yeah,
one. We'll go a simple one
yeah, sure.
and do with Java 8 way of coding. So
Okay.
here you can see in the code editor. Go to the code editor again.
Mm-hmm.
So here you can see departments and employee and salary.
Okay.
So here the catch is like a same employee can work in different departments. In other EC departments, same way employees are working in different departments
Okay.
and getting different salaries. What we need as output is, say example, Hari is earning total and his total salary. And if Sita is earning 8,000 salary,
Kushbu, I think I lost you. Kushbu, you there? Hello. Kushbu? Hello. Hello. Kushbu? Hello.
we have different departments and different employees, and the employee can work in different departments.
Okay.
You can see Hari is working in two different departments, CS and EC, right?
Okay.
So what we need as an output is, if the person worked in multiple departments, we need the total salary of that person.
Okay. Okay.
So if Hari earned as a total 10,000, you need to print his total salary. Say example, Sita earned a total salary of 8,000, so you need to print that one. And all employees and their total salary in the descending order of their salary. That means in the top earner first, then the next like that. Did you get my question?
Okay. Okay. So I will repeat it again. So like essentially what we require is like to print the name of the salary and as well as the salary, and the they should be in the descending order with the respect to the salary.
Yes, total salary of each person, not the individual. Hari,
Correct. So irrespective of the department.
okay. You share your screen and start writing.
Okay. So I'm going to write the solution here in the new class. Mm, okay. Stream dot. So employee can work different. So yeah, I'm going to just get the count. So if it is not current, this one, this one, so this is going to run. So this one and then current below. So once I get the mail, what I'm going to do is keep on checking. Say that this is sorted. This is sorted. Now we start okay, let's go. This one. To descend it, simply to shift it to the value and then exit the once I get it, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say it is simply done. Switch. This is out. This is an employee. Get name and this yeah, question. I think this is the
Is it executable?
I need to create an employee class. Let me.
Yes, you need to make it executable.
Okay. So this employee should consist of one list of department, employee and salary. Department. Then what should be name? Again, so we have CS, and CS. Oh, so this change. We have EC long 4000. And we have an EC event details. And then let's see. No, so now only 2006. This is it. Seven. So this is Sita and Yes. Mm. Sorry, Khushbu. Sorry, can you repeat again? Khushbu. Hello. Hello, Khushbu. Try Scrum.
I think Akash, I think it is fine.
Just a minute.
You
Just a
can
minute.
try it offline because it's almost on the top of the hour and we need to wind up the interview.
Just a minute.
Do
Just a
you
minute.
have any questions for me?
Khushbu, can you give me 5 minutes only? Is that possible?
Okay, okay.
Should tell you. Then after that, just go to one. Then for each. Okay. System. And then do this. Let me just so just done it.
Akash, we need to wind up the
Just a minute.
discussion
I just need to run it. That's it. I just need to
because
run it.
it is
Just
almost 1.5 hours and I have another meeting.
just a minute. I just will run it and then we'll go ahead. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Because this is not the output we want, right? We
Yeah,
wanted to sum up the total salary.
yeah.
Yeah. So Akash, you have any questions for me?
Yeah, Khushbu, I just wanted to understand, like, is this hiring is for particular, like for a particular client, or like, are we looking out for a special skill set?
Actually, EPAM has a variety of opportunities in different domains.
Okay,
So once you into the system, then we will propose you to the right project, and there you need to do a project fitment round and get into the project.
got it, got it.
It's not for and because this particular we have Java microservices requirement more than 50 plus requirement across different customers.
Oh, is it? Okay,
It's not for a single one. We have multiple ones available.
got it. Thank you for the lovely session.
Thanks, Akash. It was nice talking with you. I'll share the feedback to the recruiter. They will reach out to you.
Sure. Thank you.